Hola.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, y'all. Yay. So many familiar faces. Hi, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to let everybody in. Let's see. Um, okay, yeah. I thought I had it said where you can drop in, but maybe not. How's everybody feeling? Y'all can come on the mic.
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes, blessed and highly
Yes, amen.
I've been enlightening. I've been enlightened. I'll say that.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I wanted to just kind of like obviously most of y'all know about DancePreneur, but I wanted to invite everybody in because whether you are in DancePreneur Collective or not, you still are at some point doing something entrepreneurial. So I feel like it's great to kind of have these check-ins with everybody, see how everybody is doing outside of dance. That's there. But outside of dance, how is everybody doing business wise when it not necessarily business wise, but just like with your business or with your business is sometimes your business is dance. So with that or your side business or side hustle or just kind of getting where are you mentally when it comes to that. Entrepreneurship is very up and down. So I don't expect anybody to be like, oh my God, it's really great. It's been a breeze. No, no track, no, nothing bad or nah, that ain't the real. So just want to do like my check-in. And then obviously we're coming around like fall. So, want to do that. And I have to share a lot when it comes to just this past weekend for myself at Invest Fest. Just some of the things that I took away that I want to make sure I'm sharing with my community when we're talking about entrepreneurship and just the journey. So yeah, so I'm gonna open the floor. I'm gonna give everybody 2 to 3 minutes just to speak quickly on anything that you want to share. Just so that we are mindful and considerate of everybody on here, especially if you guys want to speak. And then, because I don't want to have y'all here till midnight, so we're gonna wrap it up in an hour and a half. But also just kind of highlighting the dancerpreneur aspect for those of you that are not in the community. You have to join because it is of urgency at this point. There is no like, oh, I'm just gonna get to it later. Absolutely not. We can't. We are far behind. I'm behind. So I know some of y'all have not started. So we gotta like get on top of it. So anyway, but yes, I'll open up the floor. Go ahead, Monty.
I love your hat.
Thank you.
So forever. Okay, but seriously, I stepped into a comedy bag. I used to do comedy for like 2.5 years. I did a lot of improv on stage. And then before that, I did a lot of, I took classes at Groundlings and UCB. And I'll explain that another time, but something happened and I just walked away from everything and all of it. And I just wanted to dance and I love dance. And so when I came to Atlanta, I was like, I got to dance. So then when I had to come back to LA, it was like, damn, I was like, I'm definitely still going to dance. Like that's never leaving, but I'm going to step into comedy because I know it and musical theater. And, I've been sleeping on myself and that's okay. Cause it's personal and it'll be explained though. That's why I'm really excited for what's going on.
Yes, that's good. Look,
Yes.
the other part of the journey also is discovering. So, you can start one thing and then it leads you on a path to another space. But honestly, it's all going to come back at some point. It may not be like right now, but it'll show back up in a way that's going to make sense. So you never really like leave stuff. It just, you know, you might take a break from it, but it ain't going nowhere. So it might show back up later, but that's good. Okay, go ahead, Shay.
Hey, you guys.
Hi.
So I had my first time experience. So I've been on set before. But I had my first overnight set experience, and I was struggling and I was holding on by a thread. I was popping some energy drinks, popping a 5 hour. I said, who in the world signed me up for this? But listen, I made it through, but I truly did enjoy it. Just to say, like, okay, I know what this feels like. Now I know what's needed for me for the next time. Cause it's definitely truly different than like a daytime call time, you know? So yes, that was something different, and it was an experience for me. I was miserable. But yeah, that's it. I just want to share.
Oh, that sounds so familiar. Welcome. I love it. Did anybody else? Maybe I lost my hand. Did anybody else raise their hand, or did anybody else want to share? Really quick, just anything. And it don't have to be about no job or nothing like that. It can just be, you know, hey, this is where I'm at right now. Since y'all last seen me, talk to me, whatever. How are you feeling? Good, bad? Yes, Sydney.
Hi, y'all. I actually, so as y'all know, like sometimes I bring up that I got to work with Tiana Taylor for the pre-Met Gala performance back in May, thanks to Kiki, fairy godmother of the industry. But because I did experience that, which I don't regret, I would choose it over and over and over again if I got the chance. I lost my job at the airport. And that was like, it was a good job. I was getting my bills paid. So I didn't have a job for the rest of May into entire of June. And then I started working in July. I'm at Planet Fitness now. And the pay is not as good as it was when I was working in the airport. So I did go through like a really, really rough time of where am I going? Like, what am I doing? How am I going to get to where I want to get to? And in that time, I did go to the Megan concert in Vegas with my best friend. And I wanted to get like just custom made t-shirts made. And my mom does that. So I made up a design in Canva. I sent it to her, and she ended up making a tumbler cup and a t-shirt for us. I don't even know what my cup is. I'll show y'all. Oh,
Yeah.
so like I made the design. So from that, when I like had a breakdown on my trip, she actually like came up with the idea with, listen, you made the design, I printed it up. Why don't we just turn this into a business? And this can be something that puts money in your pocket, so that way you're not stressing out about bills and stuff like that, and where you're making passive income. So that's the thing that came out of that. And I'm like, love my mom. Like, she's so like amazing, and I get my creativity and stuff from her. So shout out to her. But yeah, so now we're starting our sublimation business, where we can like print a logo or design on literally like anything, like cups, shirts, keep tags, like literally anything. It's going to be called 2G Crafts Designs. I can also do that soon, but yeah, that's my life.
Yeah, like, okay. That's all I'm gonna say. That is so, I mean, I'll get into it. I'll come back to this because I'll start getting down the rabbit hole. I'm gonna let everybody talk first. So very good. Very, very good. I love it. Yes. Go ahead, Dre.
Hey y'all, I know it's been a minute since I talked. So before I say anything, I want to get the instructions right because I kind of came in late. That's my fault. But are we just sharing about what's going on in our life, or?
Yeah, well, I just initially asked, we were talking about, because this conversation is about businesses and entrepreneurship and all that kind of stuff. We're not really focused so much on dance per se, but you know, I just let anybody that want to come on just like take 2 minutes, just to speak on anything that you might be having going on right now or that you've been experiencing since the last time we talked. You know, or you don't have to, it's not mandatory. I just kind of wanted to open the floor to start.
Okay then. Well, backtrack everything that's been going on in my life. As far as job wise, most recent job I did was work the corporate America job with Excel. I worked with the Fed artist, and around that time, I'm very grateful for the opportunity because that's like one of the I ain't say the one of the biggest opportunities, but one of the biggest job that I got since I moved out here to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And around that time, I was doing a lot of things that I feel like was propelling my career in the right direction. Like, so throughout this whole little summer experience, I've been getting different opportunities that I'm grateful for because I never had these opportunities before. So on the, I say negative spectrum of that, I wasn't getting complacent with my job, but like I had a position where I wasn't really able to move around as much. And I made a choice like, all right, let me take a lesser role in my job and basically take up opportunities of these opportunities I've been getting lately and really stand on it. And since I've made that transition, my life has been very stagnant, which is usual in anybody dance career, whatever. It's just been real stagnant, and I've been feeling like I'm in a very complacent, stagnant place in my life. I don't like how that feels. But as far as business and job wise, like I am grateful that since I took that step back, I've been getting more into like creating because before I moved out here, I was creating, I was choreographing, and I was teaching for a small period of time. So I finally tapped back into like my creative spirit because since I moved out here, I feel like I lost that, and I've been basically going back to I'm taking the steps to go back into cities that, like my hometown, Memphis, or like Nashville, and different areas that I haven't taught in a long time. And I've been really just tapping into my creative bag and like taking the opportunity to give back in that sense. So I scheduled a couple of days in October and November to go back to like Nashville, Memphis, and other areas that I'm close to go teach. And I'm looking forward to see what that takes me.
Amazing. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Brittany.
Hi everyone. It's been so long, a long time coming. It's good to see you again, Kiki.
Yes, you
It's
too.
been a very long time. I'm just in a place where it is just time for me to hit reset in the process of rediscovery, together and piggybacking off of E-Money. Like I really been sleeping on myself, and it's really time to like tap in, tune in, and bet on Brittany. And outside of dance, I'm trying to take everything that God has poured into me, nurture it, and give it back. And that is dance brought me into, I don't know how, ASL, and then ASL opened another door. So I'm really just trying to take everything that has been given to me, nurture it, figure out how it's supposed to connect somehow, and give it back to the world. And also just working on, finding that balance and tapping into another layer of myself creatively. So I'm in the whole process of like rediscovery, hitting reset, restart, and just seeing what it means and looks like to truly bet on myself for once. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay, I love to hear it. Go ahead, Jazz.
Hey y'all.
Hi, Jazzy.
Sorry, wait, what was the question one more time before I ramble about?
You can just tell us where you are. This is all about dancepreneur, entrepreneurship, businesses, like
Got
you
you, got you.
checking in.
Well, first, as far as like the business aspect and like my side stuff, I think it's been going good overall. I mean, I set a goal this year to bring my women's empowerment org back and to teach my dance classes. And I have the goal to do like quarterly classes this year. So far I've been holding myself accountable, and I did the first 2 quarters, and my next class is happening in September. And then I'm going to end the year with an event back at home in the DMV. So I think that's been going good. Like, it just feels good to know that like this year I didn't BS on it, because I have a habit of being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then I do it, but then I just lose my groove, and then I don't keep the ball rolling. So this year I was like, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm gonna hold myself accountable, and also have an accountability partner, which has helped as well. So yeah, that's been going good. And then I think overall, like, I'm in a phase where I'm not trying to get into like seasonal depression this year. And last year I felt like I did good with that too, by like just getting a routine going for when the like weather is about to change and all that. And I'm like trying to work out and do like all these things that bring me joy, so that I'm not like in this Debbie Down mood about whatever life is throwing at me, because life still be lifing. And I think it just feels good too to just be trying to find a balance in my life in general. Like, I feel like when I was a little bit younger, at one point I was just so engulfed in like dance, and then I would like lose my joy for it, because I guess I wasn't attending to other things that brought me joy outside of dance. So now that I don't play about my other things that make me happy as well as still dancing, I don't know, it just feels good to like pour into different cups for myself, so that I'm able to like show up as my best self in different areas. So I guess, yeah, just remember that I'm a human, and sometimes I need a break from dance, and sometimes I might want to just, I don't know, go get some ice cream or something. Like, I don't know, I'm just going day by day, but, you know, giving myself grace as I go through the motions.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Anybody else?
That is so creepy, because I was just giving me a bowl of ice cream. Oh my God.
No. Go ahead, Dom.
I was gonna say, I've been putting more initiatives into what we talked about as far as like the Instagram and stuff. So I've been doing a lot of YouTube research on like branding and stuff, and just like thinking about how I'm gonna rebuild my whole page. Also, one of my friends, he's a comedian. He has his own wine. So right now we're working on building a campaign for that, so we can shoot a commercial for that.
Very good.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Well, some of y'all, I feel like maybe most of you guys, but some of you guys maybe didn't do like when you started Kiki Cassing's Platinum Curriculum Program. I didn't have anything with like Dancepreneur involved, and so that kind of evolved later, obviously, because I was like, man, like they just need to know about entrepreneurship. And so obviously, like I know me, Artrell, and Taylor, we started just having like conversations about dancers. I tell y'all in the beginning of the program that you're not just a dancer, clearly, but obviously it's centered around dance. But you are out the gate. I don't care if you have a 9 to 5 or you got a real job. What is that anymore? But you got a real job, but you are an entrepreneur. So we have to start approaching the business or our careers in that mindset, and not thinking, oh, I'm just a dancer. It's like, no, I'm actually an entrepreneur. I have my own business. Whether the business is I'm a dancer, your business is a dancer. Okay, cool. It's still a business. And so if we aren't approaching it in that way, you kind of like do yourself a disservice, because it takes so long to go back to start doing business or treating it like a business. But if you like set it up in the beginning like a business, it's gonna be more beneficial long term. But I be telling y'all that because that was my mistake. I did not approach my career as a dancer like a business. I was just like, I'm just floating from job to job or trying to get here and there, but not really thinking like, okay, I need to set up a business. Like I need to have like a LLC, and I need to, I'm hearing the conversations with some of my dance friends that are like, yeah, like, yeah, this job is gonna pay my business. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Pay your business. Your name ain't on the on the paperwork. What you mean? It's like, no, it's gonna go to my business. I'm incorporated. And I'm like, where you incorporated? What is that? So, I just never took the time to learn it. Obviously, I was passionate about, oh, I want to go teach. I want to do a class. I want to like start this thing with my friends, and it's a thing. like it's a business, but I'm not really approaching it like that. And so that was one thing I can say that had I learned sooner than later, I would have been so much more prepared or set up better now. Like I feel like I would be able to do way more. Okay, so I'm talking about 20 years ago. So like I don't want you to wait 20 years to decide, okay, now I'm going to start my business or set it up to where it can be beneficial for me, you know, long term. So everybody knows I am like a huge fan of Earn Your Leisure. They are an investment. Like they started the company as a podcast in 2020. Okay, it's 4 years ago. This ain't 4 years ago. They started just filming themselves talking about financial literacy, yada yada yada. And I come from an era where that wasn't really taught in school. It ain't really been taught still. They're just now implementing financial literacy into schools because they don't want you to learn about it. They purposely don't have curriculums and like everything to where you're learning about businesses and starting businesses and markets and stocks and they don't want y'all none. They want you programmed to work 9 to 5 because that's all you need to be worried about. You ain't trying to be out here making money doing business. So they don't teach that, right? It's your responsibility to like get the information. So obviously InvestFest is they call it like the Super Bowl for entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurship pretty much like became crazy after 2020 because everybody was home and everybody at the crib, everybody got, you know, PPP money or, you know, they like, oh, I'm gonna start my business, I'm gonna start my, you know, so it became entrepreneur pandemic type of thing. So everybody became an entrepreneur, but everybody is an entrepreneur. Everybody has that spirit in them because all of you guys, especially creatives, we all got something else in us outside of dancing that we are like super passionate about. It probably is tied into dance somehow or, you know, in the arts, but, or not, you know what I'm saying? It's something else that you love doing. And we need to like give that attention. So I had a rude awakening even for myself this weekend because, you know, they're like, you know, I did the pitch competition. It was like $100,000 pitch competition. A lot of you guys saw me post about it, which was a great opportunity for, you know, people to like hear about my business or, you know, some of the things that I aspire for me to happen long term. But me even just seeing hundreds of, you know, entrepreneurs that they're from all over and I don't know what they really do in their real, you know, their 9 to 5 or what they do, what else they do, what their jobs are. You know, I'm having conversations with, oh, I'm an accountant, you know, I have a 9 to 5, but, you know, I'm trying to like transition out. So dance is not the only like space where people are like trying to transition into something else, you know, and do it full time. But again, it's still an entrepreneurial journey. So one of the rude awakenings that I got was like, you know, hey, I don't care if you have a 9 to 5, that's not enough money. That's not enough. It's too close to nothing. Okay. It's one is like not enough. Right. And so even with us, you know, like, oh my God, like I'm working on this gig. I mean, I done coached all y'all on music video, live show, tour, commercial, social media. Like y'all know the spiel, y'all know all of the lanes. And guess what? That still ain't enough. That still ain't enough for us to be like, I'm set. They're saying, oh, you need to have 24. You need to have 24 streams. You need to figure out how, I said 24. Yes, 24 streams of income. And 24 streams don't mean 24 different businesses. 24 streams comes from, okay, y'all just heard Sin talk about, you know, she's making the Tumblr things. Da, da, da. I know she does the crocheting already. She talked about that crochet. I know she's a dancer. Okay, what, like, we got to start figuring out, like, what are the other things that we can start planting that's going to help us in 20 years from now. Okay, I don't care if it's something that you're like, oh my God, you know, I told y'all my story. I used to edit on tour. I wish I was getting paid for that because that could have been a whole nother business that I set up because I just loved filming and I loved editing. I did it for free for years, like consistent, just passionate about it, but just giving away all that for free. people would have paid for that, you know. I know plenty of makeup artists that, you know, do stuff on the side, but like, what else? Can you attach some lashes that you can sell to that makeup that you be doing? Because I'm pretty sure, you know, hey, I got some lashes I can add to this little package that you got. Like, what else can we add on and attach to our businesses that we maybe didn't think about? Because they're saying we got to have 24 streams of income. I was like, you mean 7 ain't enough? No, 7 is not enough. 7 is not enough. And some of that is going to be something that's passive. So like maybe, you know, not right now, years from now, you're learning about investing. Obviously, that's something, you know, if you're not familiar with that, that may be like, oh, I don't know about all that. Yeah, okay. I want you to have that in, you know, down the line. But that is a space where if I take all of my money, I can save up $1,000 and invest it into the stock market and just let it sit and grow. You know, that's a stream of money that you can make that you don't have to touch or physically do work. So my conversation tonight was more so on what are you doing outside of your dance jobs that you are going after? What is something that you can see yourself? And I'm talking about from basics. Oh, Sin is on here. Okay, so the pitch competition, the winner was a juicer. She actually does pressed juice, and her juices is a healing for like cancer patients. Like her juice, it came from her one. I think her husband had cancer, right? And so she created these pressed juices, and it reminded me of like, oh my God, Sin, you know, has a juicing company. But even within this community, like all of you guys have something that you can service or sell or offer within a community, right? It can't be us just like, I mean, we all should be knowing what everybody does. You know, when you said about pressed, you know, I can print anything on. Okay, in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, so I need to get some shirts because she can do the pressing with the letter. Like, we all have to be more conscious about our entrepreneurial side just as much as the dancing, because you're going to be pursuing the dancing and the acting and all that, irregardless. That's always going to be there, whether it's now, later, whenever. But I want us to also I don't want you to go 10 years, 15 years, and you're not setting yourself up financially for a space where, oh my God, like the money I made from my juicing or the money I made for the lashes, you know, I invested that into the stock market and, you know what I'm saying, I just made 5 bands. And, you know, it's like, oh, okay, I see that I can invest into this space. This is at InvestFest, they have like all these vendors and booths and stuff like that. These people from all over, and some of this stuff they made at their crib. You know, they got the oils, they got the candles. You know, they got you know, they had kids there selling. Yeah, we made this, we made that, and it's in my mind like people are buying it. They like, yeah, here you got your little sprays here, cash, cash, cash. They're creating something that is another stream of income. And that doesn't mean that that's all that they do. I know they were doing other stuff. I know it. That's not their only business. Everybody was there with something else that they got going on. Like, yeah, I'm working on this, and yeah, I got this going on. And I want to make sure we don't get in the mental trap of being like, I'm a dancer, and so that's all I do, you know, and hope and pray and wish that, you know, I'm always going to be booked on dance gigs. The reality is, y'all, I say it till I'm blue in the face. You can be with an artist today and they wake up and decide they don't want to do the show. What are we going to do? Are we going to be like, oh my God, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Nah, all right. Meanwhile, I got this going on over here, but I'm still be hitting to the next thing. That is how we have to start moving. And it's when I say urgency, I'm like, yeah, it's with urgency at this point, because we cannot waste any more time. If you haven't done some of the things that I know I have said to you in the last year, as simple as a vision board, or as simple as a dance reel, or as simple as, you know, getting my headshots and my bio and resumes together, like some of that stuff at this point in your journey, and everybody, I'm not speaking to everybody came in at different points, but if you have not done something that I know I've said over the last year or 6 months, even 3 months, you know, like we gotta get on it because time is passing us by and we are not allowing ourselves to reach the fullest potential that we possess because we think we got forever and we don't. Yesterday, this whole weekend was just like, you know, for me, another awakening to another level. I'm like, yeah, whoever ain't ready, like, we got to get up out of here. I'm dead ass serious when I say people that I feel have the potential to take their whatever to the next level. It's not just about dance. It's really about the entire package. You know, what am I can't sell just dance. I gotta be more than that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I have a studio. Okay, yeah, I'm, you know, got kids, got the room, da, 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 da. But that's not even enough for me. I'm like, that ain't even enough for me. So like, what else? Who else can I target? What other area of people that I have not reached yet? What can I bring to them? What does that look like for me? So if y'all are settling with, I'm just going to focus on my dance and not thinking about the long term, you know, the entrepreneurial side of your career. Because God forbid if you hurt your foot or ankle or leg, you know, and now you can't dance. What's the backup? That was a revelation for me. You know, I had somebody get me all the way together. She was like, so if something happens to you tomorrow, what's going to happen to your business? What's going to happen? She's like, what are you going to do? And now I'm like, I don't know. You know, that's something for me. I have to like really think about how do I get to a level where I'm not like in the business and I'm doing all these things. That's something that I have to figure out. How do I get to the next level? So wherever you are, know that there's another level and then another level. But if we are content with being here, it's gonna be hard to get to the next thing. So you know what I'm saying? This past year, I did this, and this. Are you cool with that? Like, what else is there for me to do? I gotta figure out how do I take it up a notch because like I did that, but you know what I'm saying? That ain't enough. I know there's more. I gotta push. I gotta do a little bit more. I'm saying this because I'm speaking for myself. I'm not just telling y'all you need to do this. Like, no, I have to do it. So it would be ridiculous of me to not tell you. You got to do more. You got to do more. It's not. I'm seeing what's happening out here. Yeah, we got to do more, and we can't use the excuse of, oh, you know, we are in the arts and we're the dancers and we just. No, we are business men and women. We are entrepreneurs. Yeah, like I work with celebrities. I've been on the stages. I've been on the tour. I've yada yada yada. You know, I gotta elevate myself because now you gotta start looking at who am I attracting. I had to even say that for myself this past, like, who am I attracting to work with? Because I want to make sure I'm working with people that value me and what I bring to the situation and the project. So, you know, are y'all doing your affirmations? Are you clear about your vision and like what you want? If it's blurry and fuzzy, that's how it's gonna show up. It's like you gotta be clear and be concise and saying, I want to make this amount of money. I want to see this happen in my business, my entrepreneurial journey. I want to work with this artist. I want to do this tour, whatever it is. Like we gotta be a little bit more clear on it because you will look up and 5 years will pass and you be like, okay, damn, you know, 2 years ago I did this and this, and now I'm like, I need to go back and revisit some stuff. Did I write some stuff down 2 years ago that I said I was gonna do and I did? And I'm speaking for myself. So when I say everything, trust me, I'm talking to myself. All right, did you do that? Okay, let me go back and like revisit some stuff. Let me make sure I'm doing everything I'm saying I've envisioned for myself. And again, life is gonna life regardless. That ain't gonna change. But also don't use that as the cripple or the, you know, like the crutch to say, man, yeah, it was like so much going on. And trust me, I get it. I understand. But at a certain point, you can't let that be the thing that stops because that's going to be the thing every single time. You know, it has to be in lieu of this happening. I still managed to make this shit happen. This crazy happened and I pushed through and then I was over here. You know, like sometimes that be the test. Honestly, the test be like, are you gonna stop now? Okay, well, yeah, that was easy. That didn't take much. That didn't take much. But then you hear the stories of people, oh my God, I had to go through this and this and this and persevered and yada, yada, yada. Like, what's going to be the testimony? Because it has to be something. It can't be, I just was like cool with what's happening right now in front of me. And it's going to make other people pull up, you know, whoever you're around. That's been something for me. I've been saying out loud, I'm like, I have to make sure that as I elevate myself, that I'm making sure whoever is around that is elevating too. It cannot be, we all just staying right here. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm like, okay, where we going next? What's next? What's next on the level up part? What does that look like for you, wherever you are? Because the program is the program, and then after that, what happens? Like, you cannot come back here a year, 2 years, talking about, yeah, 2 years ago I said I was gonna, that ain't gonna work. So that is something I like, yeah, I gotta like express this in a way that's going to be received. Obviously, all y'all know me, so it ain't nothing personal, but it has to be received in a way that's gonna make all of us like bring it up a notch. And you might be like, shit, I'm doing it. I am making it. I am hitting the notches. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like, okay, so how can you help making sure like we all as a collective, you know, when it comes to business, some people have not started their business and they may be like, oh my God, I'm afraid. Or, you know, we a lot of y'all have like done milestones with your business. Like, yeah, I got my LLC. Yes, I opened up my bank account. I got my EIN. Like, you know what I'm saying? I may did my first transaction. It's those things that may seem small. Like, it's a big deal. Like, starting a business is a big deal. But I don't want us to be afraid of it or think that, you know, we can't do it or we don't have to do it. Y'all have no option. It's not a choice anymore of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, I'm gonna do the 1099 stuff and be good. No, you have to have a business. I don't care if it's your name and if you can change it later, whatever. But we gotta just get in the motion of starting the business. Even if you mess up, y'all, oh my God, like when I first, for real, you know what the hell I was doing? I was like, I don't know, but I gotta start this business. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it. And granted, I might make a mistake, but my intention is in the thing of going and doing it versus like I'm not gonna do it because I don't know. That ain't gonna work. That's why we got this. DancePreneur Collective is for dancers that are trying to start businesses and you got questions. Like, it's easy. Like, hey, what do I need to do first? Okay, what state you live in? All right, the state. Okay, go to the website. Hey, anybody know what like community, you know, like somebody, if I don't know, somebody know. And that's how it just continues to build. We can't be out here just not knowing information. And on the flip side of that, as dancers, you know, we have to be on top of our business as dancers because we will get into this industry and people expect for you to not know and be cool with giving you whatever because you don't know the business. And so when you come in with a different approach of like, no, I am a business, so you're going to treat me as such, it just sets the tone for everybody else after you that's gonna come in talking about I want to dance, but we're coming in setting the tone as business. So that's what we are. We're not dancers. Y'all are professionals in the industry. Yes, you dance, but all y'all do everything else too. You act. Some of y'all sing. Some of y'all do other skills and stuff like that. We're not just dancers. We just happen to be amazing at it, and we get money and pay for it. But that's really not who we are by ourselves. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of just hop on that because I feel like some of y'all are probably coasting and you get in a space of just contentment and kind of just accepting whatever. And y'all know I get uneasy if I'm not working or, you know, like I said, I make the joke about, oh my God, I was waiting at home for the call, for the text, for the email from my agent or waiting to hear. I can't be waiting to hear on nobody no more. I got to go out here and get it myself. I'm going to create the opportunity. I'm going to be reaching out. I still do the slides and the emails and the DMs and the, you know what I'm saying, the texts and like touching bases and like, hey, just circling back, whatever that look like for you. Are you doing that too? Because the waiting at home for the calls and emails and hoping and praying and wishing is not the strategy ever. So that is something you're going after the opportunity. We're not waiting for it. And while we're going after it, we're still creating our own stuff, you know, my own business. If you know you teach very well, go to these studios. If you know how to edit, you know how to take photos, you know how to, edit, editing CapCut, anybody can edit at this point. Who got services that can edit this quick little video? Great, awesome. I do retouch. Yes, I do makeup, I do styling, I do hair, you know, whatever. I make this, I make that. I do graphics, I do design. Like endless opportunity. So what is your other thing that you do that you can offer? And when I was at InvestFest, it just felt like a smaller version, a bigger version of this. But imagine all of us doing business with each other, offering services with each other, not feeling like, I don't know nobody that can do whatever. I'm like, yes, we do. There's somebody that in the community that knows. If we can figure out how to do that first of all, within the community of Black people, I'm like, this don't make no sense. Everybody here got something amazing going on. Like, you do this, you do that, you do this. Wow, everybody is incredible, right? So we gotta really, really maximize that. Y'all can't be sitting on skills and talents and, you know what I'm saying, just waiting on the dance gig. No, if you can, I'm just saying, the girl got 100 grand. She got 100 grand for her business. I don't know what else she does, but I don't know if juicing it was the only thing that she did, but she got 100 grand for her company, her other business. Yeah, what are you saying? I'm like, yeah, they got grants for stuff like this. They have other spaces where you can get capital. Like if your business is a business that is a service business and you like, yeah, I impact and I, you know what I'm saying, I help women like Jazz, she got empowerment. Like you really do your thing right, there's people that will give you money. Hey, here's some money. We want to invest in your business. I'm telling you, like it's there. So now it's about getting information. When I learn stuff, I'm going to bring it back to you. When I hear about stuff and I'm like, oh, this is happening for real out here. Okay, let me let my people know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stuff out here for us. And we are in the arts. So it's a lot of other opportunity. But yes, dance will always be most of our forefront and our foundation. And yeah, that ain't never going nowhere, ever. But let me tell you something, if you know how to make a wig, you know how to, you make jewelry, you know how to, you can sell jewelry, you can, I don't care. I told Dan, I was like, hey, you need to bring because she just opened a fashion house. I was like, you got to do your own line. You know, like you service celebrities and dancers that are doing like videos and stuff like that. I was like, but it's regular folks out here like me that I want some of your pieces or I want to rent some of your clothes if I have an event, whatever. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, that's a whole line. That's a stream of income right there. That's like another niche of people that, you know, maybe they're not in Hollywood or whatever, but they like to look fly, you know what I'm saying, for this party. And they want to wear your clothes, you know, and they'll rent it from you. I was like, you can make money just on rentals for your clothes. So she was like, yes. Okay, that makes sense. So now y'all got to start getting creative with what you already have or what you're already doing. And how do I take that and do something else with it? And so look, what do you know how to do well? Create an ebook and sell it to your community. Easy. And you can do that on Canva, or you can they have some AI. I want to learn more about AI and implementing that in dance, because that's on the forefront. So, you know, I just wanted to just spark this conversation more so just for awareness. And I don't want us thinking, what we did 2 years ago was enough. It ain't. It's not enough. There's more to this. So that is something that, I think is important. If you're not in the app yet, you need to download the app and get into the chat. Like there's a whole chat that we have where we can have these type of conversations, exchanges. It's a channel called KK Plug. So like at any given times, it's not about a dance job, but it could be like, hey, I got this event coming up. Anybody know how to do nails, or anybody know how to do lashes or makeup, or you know what I'm saying? Somebody got the plug on some weave. I don't know. Like still regular life is happening when you are doing dance life stuff, but we can't just let it not exist. So get in the app and build that community, because it's growing. Right now it's over like 160 of you all that at some point have had contact with me or have gone through the program. But again, when you first did it, I expressed my like desire to have a real community that continues. It's not just, oh, you do the program and then you're done. Like I'm still mentoring. Before this call, we had a whole mentoring session call with students that have done the program about a job. So, it doesn't end when the program is over. That's just not how that works. So y'all want to stay tapped in as much as possible. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter. You can add value. Candace, like she's been on so many acting jobs. I feel like you are a great person to give a perspective of like how you started to where you are now, because that is important. Like I want to know that. I want to be able to. I tell stories about everybody. Obviously, y'all have heard about each other. At some point, I bring everybody up, but it's important for us to stay connected. Yes, we all dance and all that, but it's bigger than that for me. It's more about making sure, hey y'all, like I'm on this gig and whatever. Like, what do y'all think? I sometimes y'all tap into Facebook group too, but just making sure you're being more consistent and intentional about it, because we still all need each other. Like it can't be I did it and I'm out. Nah, like you gotta give back too. You gotta give back what you guys are learning or experiencing, because that's the only way somebody's gonna not do the mistake. Or like, oh, I heard her tell me, I've been there, I did that. Don't watch out for this. Or hey, I think this is a great thing for you. I actually worked on that job. I know that director, yada yada. I ain't gonna know everything. I'm telling you, I just ain't. So if you're experiencing stuff that will help somebody else that might be in real time going through, Jasmine as well, like seeing all y'all, like y'all, we gotta make sure we are staying connected. And some of you I plan to sign to the agency, and I want to make sure, to me, that is like a whole nother level. It's not the program. I think excellence at that point. And I want to be able to showcase not just a dancer. That is not what I'm signing. I'm signing a professional that is in all realms of their career. And they are literally a business. They are a business. Like when you look at them like, yeah, they a business. They dance and they do this, and they do that. It's different. So making sure we are just aware that is my goal for this community. I started this program for that, because I wish I had it. I did not have that. I thought like gig to gig, hustle to hustle, dance to the choreography. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got to do that. Y'all ain't got to do that. Y'all don't have to do that. Trust me. So DancePreneur Collective is really for the business side. But at this point, when you do this, like a lot of you guys, this is your first time having this like kind of interaction about the business that's in the program now. This is something that you would want to join when you finish the program, because this is like a once a week thing, but it's more on the business structures. And we actually talk about your business. So we've had one-on-one conversations in the group and like strategies, or I give you advice and I tell you like, hey, let's try this. Or, like, hey, yay, I got my LLC today. We're like, yes, like, let's go. We're getting these LLCs. Like that is a big deal because everybody's not doing it. Everybody is worried about the artists. No, we getting our LLCs and we're going to get the artists. Like both. We're doing both. So yeah, so DancePreneur Collective is for that. And obviously it's a space if you have questions once you start working and you're on the job and you know the money conversations are happening or the contracts or like, hey, I'm confused about this paperwork. What do I put on this line right here? like those conversations, you need to have a space to be able to ask that because that is just as important as how do you audition? How do I be in rehearsals? I'm on set. What should I tell the DP? Like it's the same. Now you on the gig. Now we're talking about money, or you know, this is the rate, or you know, they rates are changing. You know, everything is changing in real time. So we want to still continue the conversation. So you want to have a space for that. And even if you're not even in DancePreneur Collective, you need to be at least in the app, you know, having these exchanges of questions or advice and wins. You know what I'm saying? Like sharing wins. Like we need that. We need that inspiration, motivation. It's not a, oh, I'm bragging. Yes, brag. I don't care. Like that's the whole point. You bust your ass to book the gig or book whatever or do whatever to share it. Like to share it with the community, you know, that is important because everybody is watching y'all. If you think nobody's watching you, please believe they are. They are seeing everything y'all doing. They're following you. You got people that are trying to do what you're doing, following your footsteps, seeing your path. So you got to give that back. You have to share it. If you're not going back, you know, even like Jazz, I know she's going back to her hometown and you're able to share where you are in your journey. That's a part of this thing. You got to continue to share it, give back, but also continue to elevate and grow and learn and being in a space where it's a safe space, but it's also a learning space and you're not feeling like you are by yourself ever. We all, again, life be lifing, but you still have a space where you can share whatever you might be going through. Don't feel like nobody cares about what I got going on or nah, that's not over here ever. So yeah, so I just wanted to just throw that out there. And of course, I know Shay, you had your hand up, but if anybody else has any questions, thoughts, or concerns, or you know, announcements, you know, things you might want to share, you'll be surprised. It motivates us, definitely me, to you know keep going because I know that there's so many more out there that I have had calls with people from that hit me 2 years ago that's finally like, okay, I'm ready. I be like, it's fine, you know what I'm saying? You needed to figure it out, whatever. But just know, you know, when you acted, so you're in a space that's, you know, where you're supposed to be. But also there are people that have been watching you and they're seeing what you're doing and they're inspired and motivated and it's making them so like making sure like we're sharing what your wins are, you know, things that you feel like are significant in your journey. You know, if it's a milestone, like we need to know about it. I definitely need to know about it because I just need to know because I don't know everything. Don't assume I know. Because I feel like y'all be moving and shaking, and I'll be trying to keep up. So yeah. But Shay, if you wanted to, I didn't know if you had a question. I know you had your hand up earlier.
Yes. And this question is not necessarily just for Kiki. So if anyone has any input for me, that would be truly grateful. So I think I'm having this thing where I'm on the fence as far as trying to teach private lessons, but it's twerk private lessons. And I've only had people that come to me directly if they've seen a video and just like, oh, can you teach me? Okay, yeah, bet. But as far as like trying to make it income, I would like to do that. But then as far as promoting it, I think that's where I get stuck because I don't want that to just be the only thing that's plastered on my Instagram and I become this dancer that just twerks or something, you know, just shaking ass on Instagram. So I don't know how to go about it for real. Like I guess yes, be creative because of course there's a difference between oh, if you're just, I guess, like twerking in the house, or if it looks very professionally done, I think that's kind of the direction that I'm going in. But I'm open to any ideas if anybody has any.
I'll let somebody else answer before I do. Or anybody have any recommendations or advice, or what would you do? Go ahead, Sid.
You could make that like a separate page instead of it just being like your page, like your main page. So that way that even if people are drawn to that on Instagram, you could have like your dance page in your bio. So that way it then directly takes them to your page. So that way they can also see more of what you do. So it's just
Yeah.
learning from Kiki.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely going to be my recommendation. I'm not mad at that being, because let me tell you, hey, it has to be something that you love, obviously. Like I wouldn't say do this if it was like, I really don't mean, I ain't trying to really not twerk. But if you like, you get, you know what I'm saying? If you killing it, like this your thing, like, hey, shit, I don't know, I'm kind of nice with it when it comes to the privates and twerk, whatever. It's a whole business, because I've seen what it does. I done seen, what's his name? Oh my God, is he from California? Is he from? I've seen 2 different twerk instructors that like killing the game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's the thing that you want to do, but when we're talking about creating streams of income, and it's creative, and it's in a space that you know what I'm saying, you love doing it. There's nothing wrong with that. I would definitely do a separate page so that it's a business. So don't think about, oh, twerk. Like, no, think of it as a business, right? My business is, yes, I do privates. You know what I'm saying? You want to know how to twerk? I would include maybe other things that you can do privates in. If it's another style of dance, like, you know what I'm saying? It could be the twerking, but it could be something else that's kind of connected to it. So it doesn't feel like I just do twerk. Clearly I do more than that. If it's something that's whatever, like you can come up with whatever it is that you want attached to it. And then it's a business. So you offer services, private dance services. I offer twerk, I offer this, I offer that, whatever it is. Just think of it as a business and not necessarily, I just do twerk classes. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing wrong with that, because there is money there. At the end of the day, do it until you don't have to do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be like, shit, I didn't even know I'm on a tour. Like, I'm doing a twerk tour. I'm going city to city. You just never know. But I understand the like, but I don't want people thinking. So keep it separate. And then that way you don't have to feel like your personal page is like consumed with that. I would do every so often, maybe a collab, but try to drive your it's where your followers is going to be over there is not necessarily your followers on your personal page. Like they're gonna want, like, if it's grown women that's trying to get some lessons, they're gonna be over there, Not to say that they won't follow your personal page, but you'll just have a different audience, which is fine. And then just test it out and see what works. And if you like it, it's like, if it's working, if it's not working, you know what I'm saying, you can pivot and just, try another way. But I think that, like what Sid said, I would do the same thing.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we're gonna support, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a way for us to help promote her business. Like, hey, who everybody knows somebody that want to learn how to twerk, okay? I don't know if you're doing in person or virtual, whatever, but it costs you nothing to put that in your stories and a link to her page or to her checkout for you to get an hour with her. Like, whatever it is, however she's doing it, that's how we kind of like help each other out. You got a whole community of people that will promote your business. That's how that works. And then it becomes a thing where, how can I help your business? It costs me nothing, literally $0 to post this in my stories. Or if you want to post, you don't have to post on your page, but like, it costs me nothing. Like, send me y'all stuff. I have a whole network of people that I send newsletters to, that I send emails out to, that if you got a service, and you need help getting your business out, this is how you do it. Hey, send me. Hey, Shay got anybody in where you in, Charlotte? Are you in Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
North Carolina. Hey, all my dancers in North Carolina or whatever. Like that's how we do that. It's not, it doesn't, and then that's more discreet. If you don't want it all plastered on Instagram, yeah, send me. I got a whole email list of folks, you know. So yeah, it's just being creative, like I think somebody said, thinking outside the box. But I like it. Not mad at it. Anybody else want to share thoughts, comments, concerns, epiphanies? Or anybody? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Candace. Hey, Candace.
Hey, Kiki. I'm trying to do better with like celebrating myself. So I'm sharing that I will be having my first movie premiere in Atlanta. My first lead in the movie. Oh my God, I'm so like nervous to see it. But
Crazy.
I literally been like praying and like working so hard for this opportunity. So when it finally came, I was like, oh my God. Like, so the works are like maybe in November, but once I get some dates, I will definitely let y'all know. Y'all could come out. It's a really good movie. I haven't seen it, but like filming it's a really, really, really great movie. A lot of great actors alongside the movie. So I'm very excited to see it. Very excited for y'all to see it. It'll be on a streaming platform after the premiere. So if you can't go to the premiere, you can watch it on the streaming. So
Yes. Congratulations. That's so good. Yeah, I think I need to figure out how I'll talk to Zoe. She can help me with this, but like this is the stuff that has to be shared, you know what I'm saying, more publicly. And I know sometimes, like even with Kiki castings, I gotta, like these are the results and stuff that needs to be shared, but also people can see, you know, like y'all's journey sometimes. Like it's been 2 years since I met Candace, and to see some of the stuff that she's been able to do in that short amount of time, you know, I feel like it's just a testament to like how she started, like some of the things that maybe she went through, and mentally knowing what some of her goals were, and like what was that journey for you. That's important. And I'm going to be really a little bit more on it, even as I do more quarters, like with this program, and like even in the summertime, like bringing some of you guys back, because there is a lesson in what you can do versus me. Like there's something to be learned in your story earlier. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait 10 years to you know what I'm saying, share. Hey y'all, shit, when I audition for this and yada yada yada, like, okay, let me tell you what y'all should not do. Like that stuff can be like, it's quicker. It's a quicker learning process for a dancer that's coming new, and like, all right, I remember when Candace talked about when she yada yada yada. So everybody, I feel, can offer something. So don't feel like you gotta get to a certain point in your career before you can share or teach something. It's
can I
just,
say something?
yeah.
You saying that is so crazy because I literally like 2 weeks ago I was telling somebody, I was like, I really want to give back like to the younger generation and like the theater kids. And when I went back home last weekend for my sister's birthday, my old middle school principal reached out and he was like, "Hey, do you mind coming to the school and checking out the theater kids and like, you know, like doing some exercise?" And I was like, I was like, I'm not ready for all that because I just feel like I need to be at a certain point, I need to be doing certain movie shows. And then God just said, what you say you need to be where?
Yeah.
Let me. And I was like, wow, for me to be, you know, counting myself out to be like, no, I don't have enough to give away to others. I don't have that much knowledge or whatever. And boom, that happened. I was like, wow. So you
Yeah.
saying that is very much true. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Seriously. Yeah. Like there's something to be learned in just that short amount of time. I vividly remember y'all in the program, just like we was like, they went from dancing like, wait, oh, you got acting over here, and she was like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Get me on the sets, baby. Get me in these scripts. I'm gonna give y'all this dance life, but I already know what's happening over here. So I was like, I'm here for all of it. So yeah, that's so good. I'm so proud of y'all. Yes. Oh, I would definitely, yes, please, as soon as you know anything, whatever, like share that with me so I can share it with everybody when the premiere and stuff comes. What's the name of it?
It's called Three Sides.
Okay. Yes. I can't wait. Okay, go ahead, Randy.
Hello. So mine's kind of a question and a statement in itself. So when you was mentioning like the whole business and catering to other things, I have a business and I've had a business since I was 16, and it has like it's changed and branched off to different things. Like I started doing custom cases, and then I said, okay, that's not gonna work. So then I started doing hair, and it was yeah. So then I started doing content creation and DIY crafts and YouTube. So like when you were saying like we'll have different sources, I feel like I'm already on the right track. But I said all that to say, I know this is probably gonna tie into mindset, but how do you manage the slow period, like when your business isn't going, like isn't hot or isn't like getting the attraction it's supposed to get? Like what's the tips on that part?
But you know what? But that's life in general. Even with dance, like there was always seasons in your career. Everybody's season, like you're not gonna be like hot 24/7, 365. So like that don't exist, right? So you got to know your seasons, and everybody's season. A season can probably, you can have a year of a season and a year of not being hot. You know what I'm saying? So, but when it's not like this, that's when you got to start digging in. And now I'm reaching out. I'm doing the stuff that maybe I didn't have time to do when it was a lot going on. So like, let me go back and let me go freshen up my reel, or let me go make sure my resume is like up to date. Let me go, let me hit up these contacts. So I'm doing the planning and the like, let me do this little leg work that I probably wasn't doing because I was doing all of this. So whatever that is, even in your business. So if it's like, start thinking about ideas. Like y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all be having ideas when you at home. Stuff will come up in your head, like start researching, start studying. Like, okay, what's something that, like right now, I'm already thinking about summer 2025, what I want to do, 2025. I'm already there. Like, yep, I started writing down. I was like, okay, boom. So summer, like I'm already moving into the future, regardless of what's happening right now. Cause I can't get consumed with, oh my God, nothing's going on right now. It's quiet, it's slow, blah, 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 whatever. All right, now we're gonna figure out, okay, where I need to be in the next, like y'all should be already thinking about January. Right, it's September at this point. So we got about 4 more months, and y'all know I don't do the whole New Year thing. It's like we're already mentally going into the new year. So let's start acting like that right now. I don't have to wait till January to do the new year, new me. It's really like new year, new me right now. All right, so what we doing different? What's something that I want to implement going into the next year? Something that maybe for you, oh my God, you so ahead of the game, Shawty. What? You 19? Girl, like, I wish, I don't even know what I'm 19, nothing. No clue, not a clue, didn't know nothing. But you are so ahead of the game. You're already working on your business. So it's like, yeah, you get it early. So you're going to have it set up. Yes, I dance and do all this other stuff, but my business is popping. And so you're going to pay my business. So when I book this little gig and I got this show, or whatever, or whatever your situation is, let them pay your business. So then let your business start making money. So your business is taking your money from your show. Let's say you get $1,000 from a show. It was rehearsal, show, per diem, whatever. Take that money, put it in the business account, okay? Start making money in the business account so that you're 19. Let's just say your business, you've been dropping deposits. So by the time, let's say in 2 years from now, your account is showing you've been depositing consistently a certain amount of money a month. And then let's say you're like, yeah, I want some money to go do my cases, or I wanna get some, whatever you wanna do, you need money to go get it. They're seeing money being deposited into your business account. So now you can start getting business funding, a business loan, or grant, or whatever, because my business is making money now. Granted, your business can pay you, cool, you know what I'm saying? I want to make, all right, it paid me, my business got paid 1,000, but I want 500 of that 1,000. So your business can pay you the 500, your personal, but it doesn't matter. The folks that need to see the bank account on the bank statement saying she got money coming in every month, certain amount of money, I can loan her X amount of money because her bank account is showing a consistent income. But that dance gig was what was paying the business. I don't care what the business is. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, I don't care about the name. I just want you to see how we can start building. So imagine in 10 years, girl, if I knew that when I was a dancer, oh my God, I'm just like, I cringe at the thought. Let's say you book a tour and your tour is $2,500 a month. A week. You make $2,500 a week on tour. And technically when you go on tour, the minimum is $2,650. So let's say you're making $2,650 a week. Instead of the tour manager paying you, the person, hey, I need you to pay my business this amount of money a week. Okay. You can take out whatever you want out of that for your personal. You like, well, I want to pay me $1,000 a week. It doesn't matter. I don't care how much you pay. I don't care if you pay the full amount. I need the bank account to show you're making $2,650 a week deposits, so that when the tour is over, let's say you made 12, I'll give you more than that, probably like 15,000, depending on how long it is. If a business fund or loan officer or anybody sees the amount of money that your business is making, they're like, oh my gosh, you're like, yeah, my business makes X amount per month. Then they're more likely to give you capital so that you can fund your real business, and then you can start making money. So it's that mentality versus like, I don't want y'all thinking like, oh, you got to start a business and how I'm going to make money. I don't really care how you make the money. I care about taking the money that you do make, whatever job you do, and putting it in there consistently over time, so that when you're ready to like, okay, now I'm really ready to start my business, you have business history, and then the business history can help get you funding, obviously more opportunities when it comes to just like other stuff after that. But that's the idea. If I would have done that, I definitely would have been able to like scale and get more funding and more capital, because that's what you're gonna need anyway. So if you're trying to start like a product, let's say you got a product business, like, yeah, I'm selling my cases, you don't want to have to necessarily spend your own personal money. You would rather get somebody else's money and buy up your products until you start selling the products, and then you can make a profit. To do that, they want to see, well, how much money are you making a month? Like, oh my God, yeah, her business makes $2,650 a week. They don't know how you made the $2,650 a week. They don't know that you've been on tour. They just see the business account. So if you can do that on think about that long time, like let's say you did that for 5 years, whatever job you do, putting that into one account. That way, by the time you get ready to like, all right, I'm really ready for the business to like do the business thing. I want to go get this. I want to go get this little this rental property, or I want to do whatever. It's able to show not rental history. It's able to show deposit history, and so then you can start building up your capital for other stuff. But that is like the low key how it should be, how all dancers should be operating. Really, honestly, it shouldn't be us doing all the personal stuff. Some of the jobs will be personal. I know some like television jobs and SAG jobs, they don't allow you to necessarily write it out to your business. But even those jobs, even when it's to your personal, you can just still take whatever money you make and put a portion of that into the business and just start building up just like the history of deposits. And in 5 years from now, so you 19, when you turn 24 or whatever, you want to be able to look back and see what the history was for your business deposits. And then it's going to be so easy for you to get capital, like easy. I don't want you to wait until 10 years from now and decide to start creating business history. No, start now. So that's why everybody should have an LLC, more so just to start the history of the business, not really so much about making all the money versus starting the LLC to do business history. So who all on here does not have an LLC? Okay, so you want to start thinking about getting that sooner than later. And really all you got to do is just apply through the Secretary of State, whatever state you want your business to be in, the entity to be in, and get the LLC. And so this is why we have DancePreneur Collective, because we literally go step by step with the beginning, like, hey, let's everybody get an LLC, and you got until a week from now to get the LLC. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have accountability. Because once you start, you're gonna be like, okay, I got my LLC, y'all. Woo, woo, woo. All right, next we're gonna do is get, once you get LLC, you get the EIN. Then we go set up to get the bank account. Then once you got the bank, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like small steps, but it's just starting. And if nobody tells you, nobody's gonna tell you, first of all. But if nobody tells you, you're not gonna think to do it or think it's important. And I'm here to tell y'all it's of urgency right now, because you got to start that so that we can start getting more streams and figuring out, how to get more money coming into that business. Because from here on out, you're going to be trying to figure out, how do I grow it? How do I get more money over here? Because they out here getting to the bags, okay? People out here getting the best friends. I was like, oh yeah, I see what y'all got. What time everybody on? All right, let's go. Let's go. So I'm not going by myself. I have to share what we all doing. Everybody got to start moving, shaking, and like getting to the next step, wherever that is for you. And if you don't have an LLC, so that's fine. But I promise you, you got about a couple more weeks before I'm gonna be like, hey, have we started getting the LLC? We cannot go into 2025 and you haven't got the LLC. It's easy. It's no big deal at all. Once you get that, then you can set up your bank account and then, start just doing business. Whatever you're doing now, it ain't gonna change. You're just gonna start adding.
A lot to think about. For sure. I will be in touch.
I know. DancePreneur Collective. Y'all know how to join. If you go on the app, you can join in there, or just email me and I'll send you a link. It's $27 a month. That's nothing. And y'all, so that you can just get the info, and then you got a space to, like I said, it's a collective. So we all in here learning. It ain't gonna be, it's not like class. It's like, okay, where are we with our business? With something that we need to, work on, or what's an idea. A lot of people are still in the beginning stages of like just figuring out what it is. They don't know. And I don't expect you to know it fully. I don't really care about you, that part. I just care about, you can use your name and just put an LLC behind it just to get the LLC started. You can always change it. You can always, as long as you get the EIN number, you can change. I've changed a business name to another business name, but it's still EIN, same EIN number. So, you know, you can do that. There's different ways to I just want you to start. I don't want you to sit on something that you're going to do it anyway. That's the part that y'all keep forgetting. At some point, you're going to do this. So let's just go ahead and start now, you know? Now is the best time. I'm gonna give you about 2 weeks and then I'll be like, hey, got the LLC, yeah. Where we at with it? Yeah, same. I know some of y'all, I know we haven't talked about the you gonna be like, oh my God, the name and all that. You know, you gotta make sure the name is available and all that jazz. So just start, whatever state you're in and go to that Secretary of State website. Check to see if the name is available. I've done names that I don't use, so it's fine if you get a name you're like, yeah, I don't like that name, and you can dissolve it. I've dissolved like 3 names that I was like, I don't like those names, so I don't want them no more. And you can dissolve it. So I think I know in Atlanta, I feel like it's $100, but they're different in different states. Some states they're free. Depends on what state you're in. But yeah, I think Atlanta's 100. I feel like I don't know why I think like Utah or Colorado. I think it's like free. I think Colorado is free. They got something set up with their state. Don, you had a question?
Nah, that was from earlier when you asked if
with
I
the
could.
LLC. Yeah,
But,
no, it's all good.
well, I do got a question. If
Mhm.
anybody could help, I got finessed this weekend. I bought a lemon. So if anybody knows anyone that's selling cars, please point me in the direction because I don't know where to purchase a car out here. And
You said you bought a what?
I spent my whole check on a car just to find out. I made it home and it just stopped working. And I thought it was just a radiator hose. And when I went and checked it, come to find out, I think they tried to put some sealant in it and it started a whole bunch of like milky brown stuff came out.
Oh my God.
So
I don't even know, like, you bought it from somebody or a car dealership?
it was a car lot.
Damn, they doing it like that? It's
Yeah.
crazy
And
out
it was one of those buy as is spot. And
here.
I worked overtime the last 2, 3 weeks and spent my whole check on it. So if y'all know anybody, any mechanics, anything, just send them to me, please. Preferably a car lot, because I'm probably gonna get this, probably just scrap this. But yeah.
Damn. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
Yeah,
learning experience.
yeah, I was gonna say everybody needs to be on high alert with everything before you spend it. You know what I'm saying? Please do your due diligence. Like, get a second opinion because it's crazy out here right now in these streets. And I mean, that's an example as far as like, damn, car, but just anything right now. Just be high, especially social media. I get some of y'all will hit me up and ask me if you think this is a scam. I'll be knowing right away if it's a scam or not. So just be mindful. It's so many different ones. I've lost track. Like, okay, internet, social media. Okay, so the car lot. It's so many scams that's happening. So please email, text messages like, oh, trying to deliver and oh, we need your PayPal and
Yeah, the crazy part is I looked at 2 cars. In the first car, I caught a transmission problem with it. So I didn't even buy it. And I was like, can I exchange it? And then I still ended up with it. So I'm like, y'all sold me 2 bad cars.
Damn. Oh my God. Yeah, it's crazy out here in these streets. Yeah, if anybody has any like red flags that pop up, don't ignore those. Like, checking in first before you spending any money. And then yeah, if it's a reliable source, I prefer people that know people. versus like a stranger. I don't trust nobody. I don't know you, or somebody I don't know that's reliable knows you. Just pause. And if they like, oh, the deal's gonna be over, okay, well then I'm gonna miss the deal. It's fine. It's all good. I'm gonna miss the deal. It's crazy. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. Imani, you had your hand up.
Yes, for the LLC, you said that we could get it in another state. I guess it would work everywhere else, but it's like, I guess if you got it, you can get the LLC from another state. I'm sorry, you was talking and it's all in my brain right now, so I can't even get my words out. But I heard you about the LLC. You said Colorado and what else?
I think Colorado, it might be either Delaware or it's another state. You can probably to see which states have to like set up your LLC is free. Or it's like zero, it's like nothing. It might be $1. It's something crazy.
Like a low down payment type.
No, like $1. Like,
oh
yeah, it's like
period. Okay.
But when you set it up, just knowing if you're setting up your business, whether it's a service-based business in the state that you don't live in, you have to also make sure you have like a virtual address, because the address has to be in that state that you're doing the business in, regardless of where you actually live. You can have it mailed, you can have all that stuff mailed to your address where you live if you're in California, but if you set it up in another state, just make sure you got to have a virtual address of whatever that state is, or the city.
So the virtual address would be Colorado or Delaware.
Yeah.
But I can still use it.
Yeah. Yeah. You do.
But you need the virtual address from the states that you're ordering it from. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So like these are the conversations I be really want to have, not just for myself, but just for us as, entrepreneurs on this journey. Young, most of y'all are really young, so I think it's important that we get educated. And then obviously I'm gonna bring in people that I think can help as well, that can like give us pointers, because this isn't really information that is shared in a way that, not that it's not interesting, but it's not as glitz and glammy as, the dance gig, which is important. And I think that's amazing. But at the end of the day, I don't want you to have done all these dance gigs and you don't have a business set up that's making money. That is, I cringe at the thought, because I did it. So I want to make sure like we are putting emphasis on this side too, while we go after all the tours and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. If you guys are not in DancePreneur Collective, you can join. You can do it in the app. You can download the app, or again, just email me and I can just send you the link. It's $27 a month. And we meet every Sunday. It's just for an hour, every 6:30 to 7:30 on Sundays, Eastern Standard Time. And sometimes, I do stuff outside of that, depending on what's going on, we'll add a day. But yeah, but any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? If not, I will wrap it there. And it was definitely great seeing everybody, especially some of those I have not seen in a minute, popping in. Please, if you are not on the app, get into the app. Everybody will have access. If you've done the program, you have access to so just in case some of y'all didn't know, some of y'all that started on the Platinum program, like when you first started, you were on this platform, Teachable. So I've transitioned the program since then, the online course, into the app. So you have access to the actual online course, because that's like lifetime. So if you're not in the app, you can sign up, like get an account, and I will manually enroll you into the online course part, because that's a lifetime access. All of the stuff that I upload now, I don't do it on Teachable. It's through the app. So anything that's like updated, you will be able to get access to it. So yeah, so you can let me know when you set up your account. I'll manually enroll you. And then you also, if you want to join DancePreneur Collective, you'll be in that program as well. And that has its own channel where we kind of like have conversation in there. So again, like some of the questions that y'all might have, you can literally hop in there and like, hey, does anybody know anything about yada yada yada, or what bank y'all use, set up y'all, like basic questions that we can start just having these kind of conversations about. That's the point. And then KK Platinum channel, like Monday motivation, y'all make sure y'all in there every Monday checking in. Share your wins. It's a channel in there. Like just hopping in. Hey y'all, my premiere is happening on this night. Yada yada yada. Make sure y'all tune in. Like we gotta promote each other. And then also just the introduction, like reintroducing yourself if it's been a minute. Just checking in with everybody, because as I go through each quarter, it's like more people coming into the community, but I want to make sure we're all like tapped into each other, because everybody is all over the country. Everybody's not in Georgia, which I love. But just making sure we know the community. Like it's a big community in Dallas. Every other day somebody's like that. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, Candace. She started that plug off real good. Like, it's a lot of dancers that's from Dallas, Carolina, Detroit, St. Louis. So yeah, we gotta keep building. That's the goal. We're still in the beginning stages, but you know what I'm saying? It's really growing. So I'm excited to see where it all goes, and just making sure everybody's staying tapped in. All righty. Well, you guys have an amazing rest of your night and week. And I definitely look forward to seeing some of y'all real soon. And I'll see Platinum Students tomorrow night. Cool.
Thank you, Kiki.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Have a
y'all.
good night. Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you, Kiki. Bye. I will see my
Bye.
LLC.
Yes. Get that LLC, y'all. Get the LLC.
That
I'll definitely be